Alright. Just got attacked by a killer moth. He's over there. Killing fucking horses and shit. He was huge. But anyway, sorry about my mouth. And the bugs are attacking shit up. Ah, he's attacking me again. Gonna go ahead and add my next additions. 15 ounces of priming sugar, which is corn sugar, and 2 pounds of Belgian soft candy sugar, which is awesome from what I've read. Got a major boil going on there, very vigorous, and hopefully this moth that seems to want to be on me and is really ticking me off doesn't end up in my boil. So here we go. Shut it off, because this is the end of boil additions. And we're gonna cut these open. Hope you can see this. Dump them in. I'm gonna get a whirlpool going on. I've never seen a recipe call for priming sugar in the recipe, but do what I'm told. It puts the lotion on the skin. So, more priming sugar. All this is doing is picking up the alcohol. This is going to be around 9% alcohol, like many of the other batches of beer I've made. And it's going to be really yummy. Again, priming sugar. That. Onto the Belgian soft sugar. Smells awesome. One bag. I want to make sure this dissolves really well before I finish this batch. Bag number 2. It. So, what I'm going to do now is stir the shit out of this so that I can make sure I've got everything dissolved really well. So I don't want anything to fall out at the end of the batch, so I'm going to lose. Well, thought I was going to avoid. As you can see, it's really brownish colored right now. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this to the inside, and we're going to go ahead and cool her down. Alright, homebrewers of YouTube, we're on to the cooling stage. Got the hot wort inside, and I wanted to add, make sure when you go to move it that you have some freaking hot mitts or whatever the hell they're called, because it's hot. I kind of forgot that for a second. That's about all it took, maybe a second or less. And I was like, holy shit, this thing is really hot. So, we got our wort here. Even that lid is hot. And we're going to go ahead and cool her down. We want to cool it down as quick as possible. A lot of heat coming out of there. So it's real hot. So we're going to go ahead. I like to soak this in sanitizer. This is my wort chiller. And I like to soak it in sanitizer because it's just easier to me. You can go ahead and put it in the boil at about 15 minutes to the end of the boil. But I've done it like that, and I found out that to me it seemed like it was in the way, because then it was just, when I'm putting in my last additions, it was just kind of in there, you know. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take that, we're gonna put it in there, and we're gonna get it all hooked up, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so we're all hooked up. This is a faucet to garden hose adapter. Bought this at Home Depot. You can get them at Lowe's too, if I remember correctly. And it just makes it so, because a lot of people like to use these outside and they just use their garden hose for it to pump it through, but it's nice to use it inside and get away from the bugs. So we're going to go ahead and turn her on. Pumping water out down there. It runs through, it's hot as shit. It runs through a big coil, copper coil, goes down and then comes up and back out and goes back into the sink. So it's just cool water, and what it's going to do is cool the wort from the inside. So I'm going to put my lid back on and I'll be back with you in a minute. While that's chilling, this is a good time to sanitize any of your equipment. I just got a brand new auto siphon, large size. If you saw my last video, then you'll know that my auto siphon snapped in half and that I had to go out in the shop and cut it off, and it never worked right, and then the bottom blew out of the damn thing, and I only used it for like 5 or 6 batches, so I don't know how great these things are. This is the last one I'll ever buy, unless it lasts for like 2 years, and then I'll think about buying another one. But if they're real cheap around the neck, so you really got to be careful when you're pulling this heavy duty hose off of them, that you don't snap it. And this hose does not like to sit on them very long at all. It really does not like to come off. Like, actually, the one that's in here, I couldn't get off. So it's on there. I'm gonna have to work it to try to get it off. But we're gonna, excuse me, you want to take this time, sanitize your stuff. I got an air pump I'm gonna be putting in there, and we're gonna get this thing transferred into my 6-gallon Better Bottle Carboy, made of plastic. Easy. All right, cool. All right, homebrewers, you know what time it is? Time for a homebrew. This is my IPA that I made. Oh yeah. Way too much carbonation in this beer. One of the few beers that I really think I made a mistake on. The only beer, actually. And what I should do is open the caps a little bit. Just keep periodically doing that. But I just haven't got around to it. Go ahead. Anyway, you can't homebrew without a homebrew, unless you've never homebrewed before. And then I guess you have no choice but to homebrew without a homebrew. Am I correct? Homebrewers of YouTube?